Hey guys, this is Jonathan from WP Charger, and today I'm going to show you how to add a URL prefix to your blog post in WordPress. Now before we begin, if you need help managing your WordPress website, we'll be happy to help out. Just contact us at wpcharger.io. So as you can see on the screen here, we're looking at a blog post that I have loaded up, and if we look at the URL up here, we have the website name and then the post URL right after that. But this is a business website, and for business websites that also have a blog, I generally recommend separating the blog posts a little bit better by using a URL prefix. So if we're looking at our blog page, we can see that it has our domain name /blog, and I think it makes sense in a lot of cases for business websites that have a lot of other pages to keep that blog prefix before the post URL, just so it's obvious that the user is on a blog post, not some other landing page on the site. So before we actually change the URL structure, you want to take note of, do you already have blog posts that exist and people are already viewing? This could be through search engine traffic, through social, but generally if you have posts out already, what you're going to want to do is redirect them to the new URLs. So this prevents someone from going to the old URL and seeing a blank page, an error page, a 404 page. So we want to update those so when people visit the old URL, they're redirected to the new URL that has /blog or whatever other prefix you have in the blog post URL. And before we get started, be sure to take a full backup of your website so you can easily deploy that if something goes wrong. So to handle the redirects we need to make, we're going to install a plugin, and we're going to go to the plugin section on the left-hand side of the WordPress dashboard and click Add New Plugin. And we're going to search for redirection. And this is the one right here. So just click Install Now and then activate it. Once you activate, you'll see a banner here at the top for setup, so click that. This has some information about how the plugin works. If you want to read about that, then go ahead, but we're just going to start setup. And I recommend these first two options. So this will automatically monitor changes to links and redirect them, and this will keep a log of all redirects and 404 errors. And then we can press continue. This is just going to test your REST API. You shouldn't have any problems here, but if you do have issues, you can contact your developer or reach out to us. We'll be happy to help. And click Finish Setup. It'll do some quick checks and continue, and we're ready to begin. Now that we have that set up, we want to look at our list of posts that we're going to have to redirect. So to do this, you're going to want to type in your domain name and /sitemap.xml. And this will bring you to your sitemap. Your sitemap could look like this, or it could look like this, depending on what plugin you're using, or if you're not using a plugin to generate a sitemap. In either case, you're going to want to look for the post sitemap. So right here, this is the post sitemap. If you're using Yoast, it's going to be right here, post sitemap. You'll want to save this list because this is the list of URLs that we'll need to redirect once we add our prefix. So let's go back to the WordPress dashboard, and we'll go into Settings and Permalinks. Here you'll see what your current permalink structure is. In most cases, you'll be using post name, but it may be one of these other structures as well. Since I'm using post name, that's what's going to be entered here in this box. That's what we'll want to use, and we'll select custom structure. If you're using some different variable, you can see the different variables available down here, and you can input whatever variables you are already using up here. Again, in most cases, it's the post name, so we'll leave that as is, and that's what I was using. And right before that is where we're going to add our prefix. So in my case, I want to add /blog, and it will look like that. So /blog/ the variable post name. You can change this to something else, whatever works best for your business needs. This could be help, this could be resources, anything like that. Whatever makes the most sense for your business is what I recommend. So once we have that set, just scroll down and click Save Changes. You'll get a notification that says that the structure has been updated. Now let's go back to our post and refresh, and you'll see that we end up on a page not found, a 404 error. So this is why we need to make a redirect, because if we had this post shared on social media, or if it was ranking in search engines, if people are visiting it now, they're going to see a blank page, and that's not good. So we need to redirect that. So let's go back to the WordPress dashboard, and we're going to go under Tools and Redirection. And if you scroll down, this is where we'll set up our redirects. Now we want to redirect all these posts, but we're going to start with this one because this is the one I'm using for the example. So let's copy that, and we'll paste that as the source URL and the target URL. Now the source URL is the old URL and the target is the new one. So we need to modify this to add our prefix. So /blog/. So now this is going to tell it to go from this old post here to this updated URL structure that includes our prefix. And we'll click Add Redirect. And you'll see right here, it confirms that it was added successfully. Now, if we go back to our page that wasn't working and we refresh that, you'll see it'll change automatically to add our prefix in, and then we can see our blog. And anytime someone visits the version without the blog prefix, it will redirect them to that automatically. As you see there, I just deleted it, and it takes us right back to that. So you'll want to repeat this for all the different posts that you have. It's really important to make sure that you're redirecting these properly. It's not an easy thing to do, but it is very important. Hopefully I was able to make it easy for you to add that URL prefix. If you have any questions or if you need help, if you just generally need help managing your WordPress website, because it can be difficult sometimes, please reach out to us at WP Charger. Our website is wpcharger.io. You can reach us through our contact form on there, and we'll be happy to help you out. We have US-based support and affordable pricing, and we'll be happy to help you manage your website so you can keep it reliable, secure, and functioning properly going forward.